Alright, hello everyone, Internet Tomato here, me and Corgo. To the astute observer, I have switched hands as to what I'm wearing. Um, I was unaware that if you have the wand, well, the rod, in your offhand, you're able to parry, but you can't hit anymore. I did not know that. So somebody in the comments made that mention. I was a little bit confused about it. By the way, I have actually written down who commented what, just to say. So Jill, that's the one who said that. So thank you. Anyways, I appreciate that. I thought that it was. I thought that wands were going to be something else because to me, I thought that this weapon was like large enough that this was essentially a staff, and it says item type rod. So to me, I didn't think that this was a wand. It also says staff. Now this one says wand. So this is when I was like, wait a second. It says rod, but it says wand. So I realized that it's one and the same. So whether that's me being stupid or maybe it should have been slightly more clear, I don't know. You guys can decide. But anyways, the other person who commented, Ian, had mentioned that you can become a keeper now, so there are quests relating to that, perhaps. He wasn't sure if it's available, if Feargas becomes the captain, but yeah, I will see if it does. I passed the ancient ritual. Does it mean I can become a keeper?
It does. Tradition is tradition, and none of us can deny that. You've earned this honor, even though something tells me you won't remain here for long. Very well then. Kneel. In shadows and flame, we stand. In burden and blood, we endure. We guard the fragile. We mend the broken, and carry the weight that others cannot. We are the light that cuts through the storm, the beacon that guides when all seems lost, the line that bends but does not break, the hands that shield when hope falters. By this vow, you are bound. By this duty, you are capped. Rise, keeper. Wherever you go, stay true to your oaths, and remember, now you have a home and brothers to return to. Now that you're one of us, how about a special assignment? You know the land, and you've shown you're tough enough to handle it. We, on the other hand, were stuck inside the keep. That gave the bandits time to spread like wildfire. We could use a head start in clearing them out.
Sure, sir. Yes, sir.
Great. Here's a list of the places we need help clearing out.
Oh, okay. Keepers, everything. I can't imagine any of that being more valuable than, well, I mean, that is a lot of armor, but that would be very heavy. So, critical damage, yeah, it's okay. So, all critical damage, it sure is. And, oh, and it's all heavy. What about the cape? Also critical damage? Oh, increase incoming healing. Meh, that's okay. Anything else you gave me? Doesn't look like it. Alright. Coolio, restoring order. What was that? Oh, close. Alright. So, thank you, Ian. There are more quests for me to accomplish as a keeper. He also mentioned a couple other things. He's the main one who mentioned stuff, as well as Jill. So, I appreciate both of you guys. You're the bomb. I also do want to mention a little bit more earlier in the video to like and subscribe if you would like. You don't have to. I would just appreciate it. Anyway, let's see. Where are these locations? Alright, restoring order the gallows. I mean, I wiped them out already. I've wiped them out before, the little grove. Is there anywhere else? Just those two? Looks like it. Unless there's one and I don't see it. Alright, let's poof over. He's gone. Okay. Restoring order to the gallows. Hello. I do kind of want to attempt to block. Who are you? The Indomitable? Sir Tigor. Tigger. Okay. Tigor. I do kind of want to try blocking with my wand, but the thing is this guy's probably a little bit harder than the others. So, okay. Alright, you can just stay there. That's fine with me. Alright, one more. There we go. Come on! There we go. Frost Aegis. Grab, 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 grab. Alright, I'll leave all that behind. Alright, that was an easy one. Nice job to be a keeper. Alright, alright, let's try it on this guy. Hello. Come on, hit me. Yeah. Oh man, sorry. I blocked one of them, so I know it works, but then he hit me the second time, so. Alright, let's eat a roast. Get my health back up. And yeah, let's go. I keep on getting objective updated about, I don't know if I need to go into there, or why that keeps on happening. We have the gallows. My first task is to get rid of the bandits in this region. Did it. Little Grove. I became a keeper, so I need to go to the Little Grove. The abandoned village won't retake itself. As reclaimed King's Road. Easy. The merchant's ruins must be reclaimed before they fall into further decay. Got it. Okay. Will it be clear now? Is it going to keep on popping up? If it keeps doing that, I'm going to poof away. If it continues doing that, I'm probably going to save and get back into it. Alright. There it is, alright. So I'm going to complete this one, and then I'm going to have to sleep and save. Is it considered clear? Yeah, I'm sorry if that's annoying. I will go back and save in a moment. Alright, the boss is over there. So once I kill this guy, I will go and sleep. Hello. Who are you? Edward Daggerhands. Instead of scissor hands, huh? Nice. Alright, buddy. Whoop. Got getting a little bit close there. I don't like that. Alright. Dead. Nice, 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 nice. Oh, that's probably expensive. Alright, second one down. Looks like the quest log stopped, finally. So that's good. Looks like it was later than I thought it was. Or I thought that it would be. Alright, so that's 2 down. Yeah, we can probably do that. This guy back? Nope, the guard is still gone. Alright, I'm fine with doing this stuff at Weird Night. I'm overconfident. Ow. A lot of archers. I always think it's funny how Quirko is like Bitter Bonnie. Quirko is always like following as I'm backing up and hitting them. Get back here. Where did Bitter Bonnie go? Behind the rock. Hello. Howdy. By the way, there are other places people mentioned. I don't know if I'll get to them in this episode, but I might. Exquisite unidentified item. I gotta say, a lot of those items were actually rather valid to grab, like the ones that I did discover through using the ethereal cobweb and all that. So, alright, I think I'm missing one body, but it was before Weird Night, so it doesn't have anything special. Alright, another one down. Another one bites the dust. So, where was the last spot? I did that one, Little Grove. You have to look it up, I guess. Alright. King's Road, I did. Merchant Ruin. Oh, wait, did I? Yeah, I must reclaim. So it doesn't really update it that I completed it. That's a little bit odd to me. I mean, this is the King's Road. Oh, underneath. Yeah. That's it. I need to go underneath. There's probably a lot of baddies over there. And it sounds like I'm getting chased. I haven't really explored too much underneath the road. Alright. There's too many of them. This is going to take a minute. Luckily no one's behind me. Oh, they're just gonna run off, huh? Okay. Yeah, out of their range. Yeah, I really didn't explore under here very much at all. I do need to... This is where I got my horse. It was near here, though. Or is the King's Road above? Well, I didn't see them. Okay, well, I guess it is above me. I assumed it was below because I didn't see him. Whoa. That was weird. Alright, it's doing weird things. When this happens, it usually crashes. So what I need to do is get out of here ASAP. Still being weird. Can't tell. Nope, it's normal. Alright, I'm gonna go take a nap so I can see better. But yeah, I'm blowing through them quite quickly. I know, I like to wake up slightly early. I don't know how long an hour lasts in this game. I'm assuming it's 2 minutes, I think. That's my guess. Alright. King's Road. Let's go. Weird Night should end momentarily. Guy on the right transferring doesn't really seem to be realizing I'm here till now. Just laying down, huh? That's fine. I backed away fast enough, I did not. Alright. Alright. All that's left is the club. The pretty giant club warden. I'm a little bit worried I'm going to fall off the edge. I'm going to go back to an area that I feel like I won't. That'd be terrible to end my hardcore playthrough by falling off an edge by a dash. Be the worst. Okay. What? Okay. 3,100 experience. I guess that's to indicate that I did it, huh? You're a keeper. Oh, so restoring order wasn't just to annihilate the bandits, it's to set up guards. I kind of missed that one. Makes sense. I mean, I don't need the arrows, but it weighs 0, so... Yeah, I don't know if I really need any of this. I mean, I don't, but... Alright. We set up defensive positions. That is a cool idea to have that, to like clear it out permanently. I'm assuming they're here as well then? Maybe? That's probably a keeper. Wow. Very cool. No, it is not a keeper. I was running up to this guy like he was a friend. Alright. Oh, I have to kill them all. And I didn't do that. That was why this wasn't completed then. I thought they had already. Alright, I need to scour out the areas. I assumed that it would just be clear as soon as, this one? I thought it would have been clear as soon as I had killed the bandit leader. But that is absolutely not the case. Radley the Bat. Alright, another one clear. And it's actually clear. Accidentally grabbed his bow. Yeah, I'm sorry for being dumb there. Alright, so that's actually clear. That's actually clear. I did not clear all of the grove. Nor did I clear the other area. But I luckily can just poof there. Alright, let's do it. Alright, so where will they be? I guess I'll go down the road. Maybe it's by the other guy. Where Rusty... Not Rusty. Sinon the Giant once was. Now. Alright, another one done. Oh, sorry, I thought they were dead. Sorry. I guess I never dug this up. Unless this is different. Alright. So this area seems clear in my view. What I can tell. Where else? I didn't go too far that way. I don't think this really extends far this way. I mean, that's across the bridge. There we go. Okay. I don't remember coming up here. I didn't. Yeah, that hurt me a little bit. Okay. I thought I saw a red. Am I crazy? Must be crazy. There's one that flashed on my screen at the top. Okay. Where else could the bandits be? feel like I checked this area rather clearly. Or cleanly? Oh. Not at the edge of the bridge. Knife-kissed Tessa. No, no. Freezer. Not fast enough. Yeah. It does feel bad to just plow through like that. Wow, another level up. Yeah, I just mentioned how it's like, I wonder how in the world people level up to level 40. But, knocking out these guys, it made me level up, what, 3 times now? A few. Alright. This one is clear. So I have to go back to the gallows. Alright. Seems good to me. So I cleared King's Road, Little Grove, Market Square. So now I need to go to the gallows. So I must have to clear off the wall. Alright. Yeah. So I think that's probably guy above. Oh, never mind. Corpse eater. Hello. Yeah, I'm assuming that there's people on the wall. And that is what I missed. But I do want to check the whole area. Doesn't look like there's too much. I mean, I see this red, but... Yeah. Oh, that was it. Just had to kill the last guy. Okay. Nice. And now this is also being secured. Super cool. Oh. Couldn't clean up this body? Alright, well. I won't complain. Adds to the aesthetics. Alright, that was all 4, right? Yeah. Alright. That really is a pretty cool idea to be able to clean out areas. I mean, it does make it they have less to do, of course, or less to deal with as you travel. But, yeah. Apicor was here. Now let's go. Well, I'll go back to Fergus. I'll see if he says anything or gives me a final quest or something. I hope that it's okay that I'm able to just mow down the bandit leaders. Because from my perspective, it could be a little dull to see that. But, I mean, I guess you should probably see the game for what it is as opposed to, you know, me trying to make it seem more difficult than it was. But anyway, hello Fergus. Tell me about the village, about this place. Orchards are drunk. What's the story behind the flooded village? Nope. I don't believe any of that will lead to anything. Alright. So, another one down. The next place that was the most intriguing for me, because I did think about it, after it was mentioned, it was like, well, duh, how did I forget, is the Archspire. Back there was a symbol of a sword, and when I pressed it, it would just make a noise and nothing would happen. It makes sense that it was then unlocked, because I touched Excalibur, that was the sword, and the symbol, this is it, was the same one as what was unlocked after I touched Excalibur, you know, at King Arthur's tomb. So, this is probably going to work now. Yes. It is. I don't know what to expect here, though. Here we go. Sounds like white noise in the background. Oh, Mistbearer. Was it this one? Not Mistbearer, Mistling. By the way... oh no, stop it. Something I am going to mention about Mistlings is that Awakened Realms is another game, so I'm shouting them out for that as well, called Dragon Eclipse. And it's essentially Pokemon, but slightly different. It's a board game. Let's read this first. Weirdness is a purpose in itself, and creation within or through weirdness requires no explanations. It simply becomes, and then it is. Weirdness is a field of fulfilled potentialities, where anything can happen, things beyond imagination. The only limit are minds and our understanding. It takes shape according to our will, emotions, and thoughts. We cannot shut ourselves off from it. But yeah, you essentially train Mistlings, and yeah, it's a board game. It's actually, I have never played it, but it looks very fun. I probably would want to play it co-op. But yeah. Another one? Whoops. Yep. Alright, another Mistling down. I really love having the Merlin's Thorn. Is that what it's called, I think? Alright, the Kingdom Beyond sent their ambassador to maintain the balance, the Everdweller. The only one thing is known for certain. The Everdweller cannot survive far from the boiling primordial weirdness of Tuatha, our capital. Does this mean that the weirdness exists beyond Avalon as well? That it is a force, a substance that enshrouds and imbues all of reality with its potential? Yeah, it was kind of mentioned already, but the Everdweller, or whatever it's called, is essentially a timeless, like, tentacled, multi-eyed, if I remember right, being that existed here even before the original Avalonians, which are the Four Dwellers. So a long time ago, the Four Dwellers moved here. A blood abomination, okay. Are you the same thing I killed at the Blood Lake? Maybe. What are you doing? What are you doing? Come on, Quirko, get out of there. I kind of love the idea of Quirko just, like, trying to escape. Ow. Okay, we're good. She's dead. Grab, grab, grab. Alright, that works out. But yeah, I just think it's funny. I just imagine him screaming when he... Like, okay, that sounds bad. But whenever there's enemies and he's bouncing around, his mouth opens, I just imagine him just kind of like, Okay, let's go. There is no place as beautiful and primal as this. When we discovered it for the first time, it felt as though it had been created for us, one of the earliest untouched places in Avalon, unmarked by our actions, and yet we felt such a deep connection to it. We decided to weave new lives here from thought and intention, from potential, shaped after our deepest desires, and for the weaver, we chose the purest among us. Yeah, so Tuatha is a place where essentially, like, reality is full of... I'm just looking around. Did I look at this one? I think I did, right? Yeah. But yeah, reality is kind of, like, bent to your will, in a way. So it's, like, very malleable. So that's what the weirdness is. So Tuatha essentially is engulfed in weirdness.
Come on, inside.
I didn't know you'd be alive. You do?
Step forward. After all, you know me well.
Okay. Is it me?
Take off your mask now. It's your home.
Sure. Unequipped. This is a Four Dweller for sure, with his 4 arms. Really cool.
Welcome, little prince. Why the sullen look? Aren't you glad to see me? You finally made it here. It must have taken quite a long time.
Prince? Why do you call me that?
Because it is easier for me to address you this way than to accept that, for now, you are nothing more than a human. It is painful, but I must come to terms with it.
Who are you?
So, you don't remember me. I'm afraid it might have something to do with the form in which I see you now. This body and soul, they're much different from what I expected. But to answer your question, I am the Weaver. And though it may be hard for you to believe, a part of you knows me all too well.
Where am I?
It is a place where my prince was woven from the threads of pure potential. The Pale Lady was relentless in her desire to fulfill her vision of an offspring, modeled after those she watched so eagerly. It displeases me that you don't remember. I'd envisioned your return and our meeting quite differently. But now it all makes sense. Now I understand why you need that shard.
What's your role?
Nothing remarkable. I simply exist in this place. That you ended up here is a mere coincidence. None of my kind have visited me in a long time. Yet here, I used to weave new Avalonians, shaping them according to the intent and thought that accompanied their creation. Now the thread of potential is much weaker, though it seems this place stirs to life again as the awareness returns.
Tell me about the Pale Lady.
She was a powerful Avalonian, one of the oldest. She saw and desired far more than the rest of her kin, who were suffocating in their growing decadence. To live a life where one can do anything, it loses all meaning. When she discovered the homelands and learned of mortality and time, everything changed. We were no longer the same. It was as though the mere awareness of such things altered the way we lived. We could no longer exist as we once had. It planted a new emotion in us. Fear. You will find traces of her here as well. The stone tablets bear her mark.
What happened to her?
I'm afraid I must admit that I don't know where she is now. It seems she retreated into her depths again after your king entered his eternal sleep. The true one, from which mortals are not meant to be awakened. Not like this.
Shard. What shard?
The shard of the prince's memory. It is shattered. Much like the fragmented memory of the king that lingers within you. I'd gladly speak with him, but something is preventing him from manifesting.
How do you know about the king inside?
I don't know all the details. What I do know is that after our prince was murdered by our kin, his potential, what you humans might call his soul, did not perish. The prince had been deeply fascinated by humans, and so after his death he manifested in one of them. That person was Arthur, the man who would one day become your king.
Why was your prince murdered?
He followed his mother's fascination. Much like her, he gazed upon the land of men. But he wished to go further. He wanted to experience being human. So he built the menhirs, meant to repel the weirdness. For us, the Four Dwellers, such a vision was both heretical and terrifying. Some of our kin could not forgive him for it. So, they killed him. It was the first time an Avalonian had ever slain one of their own.
So Arthur was a Four Dweller in some way?
Arthur was a man, mortal like any other, but ambitious like few. But yes, his origins are far more complicated. This is a tale of two separate realities that, through a series of specific events, began to intersect, forming a single knot. Everything that has happened, and everything that will happen, is meant to decide the fate of that knot. And we, as you likely already know, have been pulled into all of this.
So what now?
Our meeting comes to an end. I regret how brief it is, but my role in your story was always meant to be insignificant.
Interesting. Slightly different from the lore that I remember from the board game, but it might just be a different perspective. Like in terms of the lore that you explained. Alright, King's Power unlocked. Another one. You have gathered a new fragment, unlocking its hidden potential. Open the menu to explore the King's Soul Tree or visit a bonfire to develop new abilities. Okay. Farewell. I don't know if I want to risk trying to go back there. I can go back there. I probably shouldn't have done that. Can I go right back out? No. Alright, that was probably really stupid of me. Let's just get out of here. I was curious if I could talk to him a second time. Hello, Weaver.
Go now. In the end, this place was meant to be but a brief stop along the way.
Okay. Whatever. I guess it was brief. Yeah, because originally the Menhirs, well, so in the board game, what was explained was that the Menhirs were created as a way for the it was a way for the Avalonians to essentially peer into the our material world, if that makes sense. And yeah, that was the original intention. And yep, okay. And the reason, is he coming after me? I think so. Whatever. No, he's not. Alright. And the reason is because in Avalonian, in their faith, this is being weird. They believe, okay, I missed timing. Alright, I don't know. It doesn't seem to be working. Not even making noises. Weird. But anyways, they believe that upon death, it's either like essentially a version of hell for the Avalonians, if I remember right, or it's just their generic afterlife. They believe that upon death, some of them lose 2 of their 4 arms and lose their 3rd eye. So essentially, they become human. So they created the Menhirs to be able to peer into the human world, because it was kind of like it is what was able. Oh, that was weird. Sorry. It is what was able to essentially let them peer into it and let them stand between both their realities and also human reality. So that was the initial intention, from what I understand. So that was slightly different, maybe. I mean, might be slightly different than what he said. But I was not aware of it being a heretical thing to do. I thought that it was something that was seen as very honorable. Because the Menhirs, there's no Menhir at this spot, but the Menhirs essentially a Ford Dweller had to sacrifice himself to create the menhirs, so they treated it with a lot of respect because it was a great sacrifice to be able to let them see through into the material world, not the mortal world. But yeah. Anyways, maybe I shouldn't have gone all the way back here, but what do I have left to do? I should give Alisa time to mourn. Okay, I'll go back to Alisa, and I'm probably going to end it after that because we're getting kind of close to the end. So yeah, I think I'm going to do that. Da-ba-da, here. And it might, like, give me an update to the quest when enough time has passed, or I might have to just go there myself. I don't know. So, time to find out. Alright, hello, Alisa.
Oh, it's you again. How marvelous. Have you come to revel in my despair? To observe the depths to which I've plummeted?
No, just wanted to check in.
Oh, well, as you can see, I'm completely miserable. You may leave now.
Are you going to be alright?
Truly, do you even need to ask? Of course not. My life is in a shambles. Should I dare to return to Camelot, I'd become a laughingstock.
Why don't you claim Duncan's inheritance and start a new life?
Here? In this bandit-infested provincial backwater? And pray tell, what am I to do here, exactly?
Why not become an eccentric dressmaker from the south?
That's an intriguing notion, though I must admit, the South doesn't exactly strike me as a place that's ripe with opportunities, as Duncan used to say. And where would I even find appropriate materials? I doubt the local so-called merchants offer anything beyond rudimentary linen and leather. Not to say those don't have their uses, but I would still need some finer fabrics.
You're your own woman. You can make things happen for yourself. I can help.
Well, I suppose that could work, as long as you at least try to keep blood off them. Oh, no, dear gods. I will most definitely need to hire a competent washerwoman. Or man, since this part of Avalon appears to be lacking any other options. I must confess, this concept grows increasingly appealing by the minute. Now, if you'd be so kind as to excuse me, I have much to prepare. Do visit again when you have something of interest.
Great. So she wants me to get what? Ragged Nobleman's doublet. I don't think I have one of those. So where would that be found? I mean, the people I killed in, like, Smuggler's Bay would have it. Because some of them are, like, disgraced noblemen. You know, where would that be found? Let me think about it. It's possible it could be someone around here. Well, I did say I would end it, but I'm just going to take a quick peek around here. Hello? That corpse eater, lame. Lame. Alright, I'm just going to leave it behind. We don't need their stuff anymore. There you go, let them live. There's the guard. Okay, so if I find it, it's going to be somewhere where the guards are not, like, not preoccupying. Occupying. Where could it be? Yeah, because I already killed these people over here, but I know there are areas... Not the... Oh, I shouldn't even attack them. Ah, good. The red caps just died. Alright, yeah, I'm not entirely sure where I can find them, because I'm pretty sure I already cleared out the Smuggler's Bay, so I don't think that they'd be there anymore. I don't think that it resets. No, okay. But yeah, that's the only person that I would expect to have a ragged nobleman's, whatever, tunic, whatever it was called. Okay, I'm just like running around trying to think of where it could be. I've gone over there. Yeah, but I believe that there were some people by the water at some point. Desert settlement. Okay. Yeah, there's people over here. Nah, you're not gonna have it. Ow. Wait, you both use magic? Crazy. Yeah, I don't think it's these guys. No, Knight's Breastplate. Pocket Sand. Yeah, none of those. Alright. Arcane Weaver's Prism. I feel like there's must be something missing. Increase mana regeneration by 2. Wait, Ragged Nobleman's Doublet. Wow. That was fast. Okay. I don't know if they, like, maybe when you do the quest that it becomes more common the next time you open a chest or something, or if I got lucky. Wait, where am I? Is that me? Yes. Alright, I'm gonna go to the, this area. I believe it's over here. And I hope I'm not making this episode too long. Alright, let's go. I guess I could have just went over there. Oh well, let's go. Alright. Alisa. There you go. I found the clothes.
Let me see. Not entirely dreadful. The fabric is almost decent, although the cut is terribly outdated. Whoever wore this must have been near destitute, or just stole it off someone else's corpse, I suppose. Regardless, it presents a fascinating challenge. Thank you for this. Here, a token for your troubles.
Honestly, no. Okay, fine.
You are most welcome. Oh, I have no doubt that this will be a most fruitful collaboration. And I'm quite certain, keep up the good work, and I'm quite certain everything will unfold splendidly.
Uh-huh. You'll bring Alisa the materials she wants. Wait, I already have them?
Goodbye. Have a pleasant...
Sorry.
Very well.
Okay. What does she want? My fair lady. I can bring Alisa frayed silk gloves. Now, I know exactly who wears that, but that's another case of I don't... I know I sold them a long time ago. So you know what? I'm probably going to go back, sleep, save the episode, or, you know, save my game, because I sleep. And then I will go to one of the merchants off screen and find which one has it. Because I know I had it, and I know I sold it, so I just don't know to which vendor. Alright. Well, I really want to just say thank you to you guys. I appreciate it, specifically Jill and Ian, but all of you guys for watching. It has been a lot of fun interacting with you guys. I know I'm not the best player. I know I'm not the funniest person or the most entertaining, but I do really appreciate you guys being here. And yeah, if you liked the video, please consider giving it a like or subscribe if you would so please. If you did not like the video, I would really appreciate a comment as to how I can improve. If there are things that I'm missing, like more quests, the others that I know now of is the Queen Bee and the Custodian in the Cemetery apparently has a quest. And then, of course, the Allfather Shrines. Besides that, I can't think of anything else I wanted to do or anything else available. But if there's anything, please tell me. And yeah, anyways, I hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you later.